Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of upgrades. We have our trophy truck over here. We just want to give you guys an update on the trophy truck. After I did the project and I built it all up, there's still a lot of little details that I didn't add to it, so we'll talk about it real quick, what I've done to it and what I'm doing currently to it. And it should be completed within the next video. So our next video is going to be about the trophy truck. So we already done a few videos with our green Defender body over here. So as you can see, I only have one Trx4M. So every time I do a video, I swap the bodies over. So I go from the trophy truck to the standard truck. And right now we're going to go back to the trophy truck, and I just brought it in because I want to give you an update on what I've been doing to it and what's going to be added to this trophy truck. Now, a couple days, yesterday actually, I received this MEUS RC kit right here. Basically what these are is just stainless steel Wingo Protectors. You can see right there, you can tell, but yeah. I've already installed most of them because it's just a lot of screws and a lot of little parts to put into the car, so I get part of it. But I'm going to show you how I install it. So I saved one for this window, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Now, when these first came, they came in silver, and they're just stainless steel shiny silver, and I thought they were like a bit too shiny for the truck. So I went ahead and painted them gunmetal gray. I had this can of Krylon here, gunmetal metallic silver, and I used that. I just kind of sprayed them over, just to give it a little more color. Now I'll show you what the other ones look like, and you can see the difference between. You see these are stainless steel here. The little window covers were just as shiny as this was, so I'm going to show you what the difference is now that I painted them. There's the back windows right there. See how much darker they are? I figured painting them gunmetal will give a little more of a nicer appearance. Here's your right window. Now, there's a lot of screws in these things, so I wouldn't recommend putting all the screws. Just put the ones that are more needed, because you'll need every single screw. There's so many of them. You need about 4 or 5 screws per side. That should be enough to hold everything down properly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and install this part right here. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to show you how many screws I'm going to install. I think I'm going to do 5. The ones I will not recommend the ones on the top, because if you can see you see right there's a little separation between the roof and the body, and when I put it on the other side, it starts separating the roof from the body. So I wouldn't recommend putting any of the screws on the top. I would put them here, and 1 or 2 down on the bottom behind this cover right here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. I'm going to go ahead and install this, and I'll go on this and I'll show you guys how I do it. Okay, so we took the body off. See, it's already off. It's just the body, so we're going to go ahead and install the window guard. So basically what I gotta do is just retrofit it in there real quick and move the window around to where it's even, because they're good. It's really real sketchy sometimes. The rear window looks just a little bit crooked because I didn't adjust it properly, but it doesn't really notice that much. So basically what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to try and get this screw down the bottom here to hold it together down here. These are flexible, so you can move around. And you can do what you gotta do. You have to remove the whole cage to do it. It's not. You don't have to complicate it. You have to complicate it any further. Just push it down. You should be able to screw it down properly. Now, these screws are very tiny. They're like little itty bitty wood screws, so they have a very pointy end. So basically, what the screw's gonna do is just cut. Just kind of drill themselves through the plastic and just force them down to the driver. They're really small, so you gotta be really careful how you get a hold of them. They're so tiny you can barely even see them, like super tiny. And you need a Phillips driver. The one I'm using is the 0 size one, so this should be perfect for the little tiny screws. They're so tiny you can barely even like see them, they're so small. So I'm gonna go ahead and, this is magnetic tips. What I do, I'll go ahead and put the thing over here, the screw, and I'm gonna start screwing it down. Just make sure your window is nice and straight, because if you move it and you start putting your screw in, it's gonna be all crooked and it's not gonna look nice. Just some advice there. Not recommend that you try and just go in there without making sure the window's straight. Just straight enough. We're gonna go ahead and start forcing in the screw. You gotta put a little force in there because you're basically drilling this little screw down the plastic, and the plastic's pretty thick. So you gotta go through the plastic from the outside and the plastic from the window, so it just makes it a little harder to get it in there. Once it's tight, readjust the window. Make sure it's not out of place. That way, when you put the screw on, it won't be all crooked. Alright, and readjust the window. It's straight. I'm going to continue going until it goes all the way down and it's nice and tight. Once you put one screw down, the rest are all pretty easy. It's just the first screw you really gotta be careful with, because if you put it in the wrong way or you tighten it too much, you might end up turning this whole thing around. Okay, there it is. Barely see it there, but yeah, it's right there. So I put it there. The window's pretty straight, so now what I'm going to do is put two here and two there. That's all we had to do, just 5 screws basically to get this together. Like I said, don't do the ones on the top, just do these 2 and the ones on the bottom. You could put all 3 if you want, or one of them, and then these 4 right here if you like, or just these 4 without the other ones to make it easier for you. But yeah, that's how it looks with its new window protectors here. Looks very nice, and it's even cooler body on it. Oh, there she is. We also got a bunch of scale stuff for the roof. It's a bunch of like little backings and stuff. We're gonna put all this on the truck, and we're gonna do a video of all the stuff in there. A bunch of scale stuff to make you a little more realism. A couple of pieces here. These are from Injora, by the way. All this from Injora. I just ordered a little packet. It came with the sand ladders. I put those on the Bronx. They're back here. I don't need it for this one. See back there. I put those on the Bronx. Scale stuff on the Bronx over here. And these are all gonna go on the top of the rack here. So you'll see pretty soon. You'll see all this in the video. Alright then, let's get back to what we came here for. Upgrade to part 2. So we're done with this part. We're going to go ahead and take the body off. And we're going to start putting parts in. Alright, okay, we're going to start putting some parts in. I did earlier, when I did the rear on the truck here, I did the brass disc, and I also did the guard down here. I did it because it just take a little bit, get everything taken apart. Basically all I did was unscrew the shocks, take out these 4 links, basically unscrew them, and then just yank out the entire disc and all this, the entire rear end basically, and I just unscrewed the original gift cover, and then I just replaced it with the other one and screwed down all these 4 screws here on the truck. And when you do that, it's a good thing to go ahead and do the skid plate, because it has a hole drilled in there. It's not like the Trx4, the large ones, where you just stick them in there and tighten them. These you have to actually screw the hole, the thing to here, and then you can slide this half right here onto the other screw and then tighten it up. So when you remove this, you remove all the screws. When you screw them back down, make sure you put this in so it just goes in, and you slide this one under the other screw, and then it'll just all be together by the time you get everything done with now. Okay, that's the back end. We're going to install the middle skid plate here. Goes right in there. Basically only 2 screws, 1, 2. There's 2 holes, 1 hole here and 1 hole there. So all you have to do is just unscrew this and this, and then put the skid plate and then screw them back in, basically. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, we're going to put the skid plate in. Screws are off. Here's the skid plate. Go right in, slide it in there. Okay. So it looks like, and all you gotta do is just replace the screws back in the place where they already came from. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, next skid plate is in. Looking pretty nice. Lots of bling down there. So yeah, just take out these 2 screws that go to your links. They'll come right off. Then you slide the skid plate onto where these holes are at and just screw them back in, and you have your skid plate. Pretty simple, nothing complicated. Just a couple screws, slide in, screw back in. You're good. Now we're going to go ahead and start taking the front end apart so we can install our front diff and our string links and our little servo horn over here, and of course skid plate. Now before I get to there, I want to show you guys, I already sort of assembled this together. Basically all this you need is this little guy right here goes into here. So you stick in one of the O-rings in the bottom, and then slide it all the way down, and then you're going to stick it in, and then you're going to put the other O-ring over it. So basically got your O-ring in here. Let's see, get a little closer look over here. You got your O-ring on there. So you slide your O-ring all the way down, you're going to grab this little guy, and remember, in the car the link is kind of curved up like that, so you gotta make sure this part, the flat part, is in the bottom of the vehicle, not the top of the link, of course. So you stick this in, and then got your other O-ring, goes right on the top. So you put your O-ring in the bottom of this. You put this in from the bottom, because this is how it's gonna be in the truck. So the flat part is on the bottom, and this part is gonna be on the top. So you put the O-ring on the bottom, you push it up, and you put the other O-ring over this part, and then you've got your string link. Alrighty then, we're gonna start taking this guy apart. Nice, well, already here. By the way, these wheels, these rims have brass, so the truck has a brass liner inside the big lock, so both front tires got brass. The ones with the back don't, just the front tires. Now, by adding the steering link and the brass gift cover, and add some more weight to the front of the vehicle for crawling performance. It will help a lot more, especially for a heavy vehicle like the Defender here. It's pretty chunky in the back, so it tends to fall backwards when you're going up a hill. So all this extra weight in the front will help with the crawling abilities of this vehicle. We all know the Bronco crawls much better than the Defender because it's not as heavy, but yes, the Defender does require more weight in the front to keep it balanced and from falling over when you're falling over a very high angle. Alright, so we removed all the links, and we're going to go ahead and, now that we're here, we're going to change the servo horn right away. I hope this fits on this one. I'm not sure how many teeth this has. We're going to go ahead and replace it with the metal one. I'm going to put the green one in here. And once we're done with the servo horn, we'll move on to the diff, and then the skip plate and the steering link. Hope it fits. I don't know if it's gonna fit. I don't think it's gonna fit. I think it's too small. Yeah, it's too small. It didn't fit. Bummer. Probably fix on a XCX24. I have to look into that. So that's a blow. That's not gonna work. So we're gonna go back to the original one. I thought they fit, but don't think we all mess up. Well, go back to the original one. Well, now we know that it's a much larger, servo mount. So that thing's tiny compared to the one on here. Well, it's alright, it's not a big deal. I've had those for a while. Just never use them because they're just sitting there. Alright, so that's not gonna happen. So we're gonna go back to the diff cover here. Remove the drive shaft real quick, just give it a little more room to play with, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the cover. I'm going to start removing the cover now. Alright, diff cover's coming off, and we're going to go ahead and replace it with the other one. Before you put your cover on, make sure you add some more grease in there while you're in there. Get those gears all nice and greased up so you won't have to worry about any water messing anything up in there. Especially if it's metal like these are. I'm always gonna say it, every time you work with metal and it moves around and it rotates, always use grease. It's very important. Unless you want a bunch of rusted parts that you won't be able to replace because you won't want to come off of your parts. I know this because I had a really bad experience with my Trx4 Blazer. I wasn't paying much attention to it and things just started rusting out, and it was a real pain in the butt to get everything fixed and working proper again. Very much, and it wasn't cheap either. So always grease your gears. Doesn't matter how much, just always grease them. Now remember, when you put this back, you gotta put in the skid plate because you have to screw it in with the actual screw. Alright. go ahead and use the new screws we got with it, the stainless steel. Put it back in. We're going to go ahead and replace the links over here. We're going to go ahead and put the steering link at the very end, so it's the easiest part. Drive shaft. Well, guess what? I should have put the drive shaft in before I put the M on it. I gotta take this guy out again. Oh man, whatever. Alright, we put the drive shaft back in. Well, the idea was putting in the drive shaft before connecting the bottom links, but I forgot, so I had to just do it from here. It's all good though. We're back on track. I'm going to put the shocks in. And then we'll finish off by putting on the steering link. Putting my longer links in right now. Right, remember this is it has to be this angle has to be facing up, not down, so make sure if you're doing it like I am, facing down like that, remember to make sure the flat parts are facing you. You know what? Yeah. This one's a little bit thicker than this one, so I believe this one goes on the servo and this one goes back here because this one went right in. It was one of these, so after we play, okay, I'm going to take this off, put it here, and put this one over here. Alright, all done here, finally. Everything's looking pretty nice. Well, there she is. All done up. Got your stick plates, your brass skiffs, and your brass steering link. And that is how you install these components. Now we'll go ahead and put everything back together and we're done. Alright, there she is. Looking nice. I'm gonna test, see what everything looks like. Things good. Okay, now it looks like the steering is a little off, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust it. Okay, right there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit and doing this. Coming soon, video of this guy with all the new parts in it. Hey, alright, well, we're done with the Trx4M. We got the brass and all the upgrades for it, the metal gears. The truck looks pretty sweet. We're going to be recording some videos soon. So now, we have this guy right here. I went ahead and put the light kit in it, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it on and show you how the lights turned out. And then I'm going to tell you guys how I installed the light kit. So, turn this guy on, and let there be light. What do you think, guys, huh? Looking pretty sweet. So we have our front, and we have our rear lights, and we also have the fog lights down there. Notice the fog lights are orange. The reason why the orange is because I use this Tamiya paint over here. It's the clear orange, and I went ahead and painted the lenses clear orange over here, so that would change the color on the fog light. So if you guys want to give your fog lights a different look, you can buy some of this Tamiya clear orange paint. It's X26. There's also yellow as well. You want to make it look more amber, or if you like the orange that I have on this truck, you can definitely get this from any local hobby shop. It's the clear orange X26. Now, I installed the light kit off camera because I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm a little busy, but I'm going to go ahead and take the body out, and I'm going to show you how I installed it and how the wiring went through. Okay, the wiring is a mess right now. I just did that real quick because I'm going to show you guys how the lights work. So the wiring will be cleaned off eventually for videos and stuff. Right now it's just the way it is because I wanted to share the light kit with you guys. Okay, go ahead and turn this guy off, and I'm going to pull the body out and show you guys what I did with the light kit. Alright, yeah, I see all the wiring in there. I did this just temporarily, just for the video and for the light kit, but this is not going to go in there. This cable right here is dangling here. It's going to be connected directly to the receiver in the back of the truck. It's going to stay like that because the body will be on a lot. So this is going to go on the Trx4M because I'm going to add extra lights to it. So it has this is a Y style cable. Y style called servo cable. So you basically got your connector to your receiver. You have two ends right here. So in the case of the Trx4M, it only has two receivers. Like you have one for the Pro Scale light kit, and you have another one for the regular fog light called the Trx4M. So the other, if you want to add more light, a good option would be to buy this Y style servo wire or 3-wire cable. Plug in your Trx receiver, and then you can plug in your fog light, and well, any other light kit you want to add to, you just plug it into here, and it'll go right in. Okay, so this is how I did the wiring kit. If you can see back there, got the front lights over here, and I routed it down. The little clips it comes with, these clips they stick to the frame. So I just kind of put some on the top there and just wired all the cables down so they don't go down. Then I added some of this T-Rex tape. It's pretty strong to keep the wires from dangling down. All I left out was the receiver end here, so everything else is plugged in all the way in. Now, the kit is for a Trx4M Defender, and I just kind of arranged it to make it fit into the Bronx here. It doesn't clip in. If you put it, it'll come right off. So what I did to kind of cheat a little bit was I installed the cable in, and I added a little bit of the school glue right here. Just keep the light from popping out, like when I'm moving the body and whatever. So they're going right now. It's held on pretty well. It holds it well enough to where it won't come off when you're doing changes or pulling the lights out. It's kind of something to keep the lights from coming out of the bucket. The rear lights, basically, I just pushed them in and I bent them up like this a little bit, and I added some tape here to keep them from coming off, and I just routed the wire up to here, and I left this out here dangling so I can plug it into the receiver here. I already have the turbo, I have the ESC, and I have the fog lights. So I'm already using up 3 of the 6 channels. This is going to go on channel 4 on the receiver once I put it in. That's basically all I did. It's pretty simple, you know, just put the wires in and you just kind of route them towards. I routed them from the roof to avoid any, because when I put the body on the Bronx, it tends to hook up on some of the wires I have here, so it's kind of hard to, but you gotta kind of mess with it. So the best way for me was just run it from the side here, up the Wingo line here, so it won't be visible. You can't see it from the outside. It looks pretty clean. And then I went ahead and routed them up here and left this hanging to go into the receiver. That's pretty much it. The kit was pretty cheap. I think it was somewhere around 13, so if you can't find any Trx4M kits for your Trx4M, and you want some lights for it for the time being, you can buy these, and they'll plug right into your TRX, and these will clip into your Trx4M light bucket, but not on this one. And this one, like I say, I add a little glue here to keep the lights in, and I just kind of put these in and put tape over them. Other than that, that's all I did. And now we have lights. I will post links of all the stuff I'm using, all the stuff I use for the Trx4M, all the brass, and I'll post the link for the light kit as well. So that's all I have, and that's it. So thank you guys for coming in real quick. I know it's different shirts, different day. Last night got pretty late, so I kind of stopped video and I continued today. I just want to show you guys what I did here with the Bronx. So we're good to go. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.